Chubstep.
Jrad. Podcast.
Creating the oil advertisement.
Steed.
Chubstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
Where were you born?
What are you miming there, sir?
A child tying his tie. I'm trying to do a simple half Windsor so she knows I'm a baby. Look at this. See how basic this knot is?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show has started.
Welcome back to your non-true crime podcast.
Yes.
I
got some good feedback, though.
You know, I listened to it the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, we're true crimers. It was like listening to it like learning all over again when I listened to it.
I was traumatized.
I was traumatized. That little girl was on the boat all alone.
Yeah.
Stay up at night thinking about
it. It is actually a scary story. But we'll try some different stuff like that from time to time. Some kind of crazy, maybe some off ideas, some crazy things. If people have ideas, just email the show, chubstep.podcast@gmail.com, of course.
Yes. Jay, that brings, I got some bad news.
Okay. Yep.
It's about our perfect 5-star rating.
Oh, no. What happened?
I don't want to say this is my fault. I don't want to put the blame on either of you or like me or you for the production value of the show. But we did get not 5-star rating, and it has brought us down to 4.9 out of 5 stars.
Wow. Is this on like Apple
this is on Apple Podcasts, the premier podcast destination for most people.
Yeah.
It was by my ex-girlfriend. This was a revenge star lowering rating.
What was the rating, Steve?
It was originally 5 stars. The review was titled Bangin' Show.
Yeah.
Bangin' Intro and Show. Love it. And here's where a lot of respect goes into my past relationship. And I think it comes out here.
Okay.
We didn't get a 1-star.
Okay, that's good.
we got a 2-star.
Oh, it's almost worse. Worse.
I think that's much better because it's clearly a spite review, which I'm okay with. But she still kind of likes the pot enough to boost it up.
Okay. Here's my thought. So if it's a 1-star to me, obviously that affects the overall rating more.
Yeah.
But when you go through that and you're looking like, well, what is the reason it's a 1-star? It's probably not that bad, right? I don't know many podcasts that are a 1-star.
I could find a few.
I'm sure you could find a few. But when you see 2 stars, then it makes, if somebody were actually look at their review, then they would look at it and say, well, this person listened to it like it's just not great. To me, that's my rationale for
I think it's worse. But then if you read it, it says Bangin' Show, Bangin' Intro, and Show. Love it. 2 out of 5 stars.
That's tough. That's tough to take on. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts. But I respect the move. It's a power
move. I
respect
the move. We'll take any review, honestly. We'd prefer 5 stars, but the more reviews, the better.
That 4.9. I'm gonna get 4.9 tattooed. Maybe I'll get 2 out of 5 stars. Like 2, I'll get 5 stars like on my arm
as an inspiration.
Only 2 will be filled in.
Yeah,
as like a little memento. That would be cool.
It's like when somebody who's like lost a bunch of weight, they still have their picture up of when they were bigger.
Yeah,
just to like motivate themselves.
Yeah, be like,
that's like you, right? You'll keep on the 2 out of 5 stars just to motivate yourself.
Maybe she rated our relationship.
Oh, tough rating then. Tough rating.
It's tough. It's
yeah.
I deserve it.
But you know what? To be fair, there's not many past relationships that anybody would rate like a 5 out of 5, right? There's not many ones where somebody breaks up and then you'd be like, oh yeah, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, this one I would have rated it higher than 2.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm just like
usually
nobody's ever going to be like
past. 5. Like this would have been one of my higher rated ones.
Okay.
But I'll take the 2 stars and keep her plant alive.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it'll keep it a little less alive than you would have before.
Yeah.
So Steve, on a positive note here, I want to talk about Steed Day. We had a Steed Day not too long ago.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
it was awesome. Yeah, that was like a week or 2 ago. And Steed Day is just where me and my family do whatever Steed wants.
This one you planned though.
I did plan
this one. Was a J Day.
Well, I mean, I planned it, but you had input also.
I was there.
Yeah, but we cooked some ribs, which were really good flavor, but definitely needed to be in the smoker longer.
They were still very good though.
They were still good. Kind of like an Asian-y flavor to them. Hoisin and Chinese 5-spice, a bunch of different stuff. They're a little spicy, but good. So then this is when the next part is when we knew it was going to be a good turnout. And it was when we went to the shooting range.
Oh yeah, this was big.
This was big. So it had a name on the wall. It just said name of the day. And the name of the day was Paul. And, this is literally just behind the desk at the shooting range near my parents' house. And we're like, well, what does it mean if you have the name of the day? And he's like, well, you get, then, the range is free for you.
Yep.
The stall is free. So we're like, what are the chances of that? Of like, is anybody else coming in with Paul today? Nope. And this,
that was exciting.
That was exciting. So that was the first time somebody used that day, and they changed the name every day. So
it made me feel really special.
Yes. Perfect for Steed Day. And then we go to the casino later. And Steed had never, it was like the Elgin Riverboat Casino. It's a casino in the Chicago suburbs that used to, because of Illinois law, it used to have to it's an actual boat, and it used to have to leave the dock. It would move and then come back like every hour or something like that. So it's still
the
technically
funniest
a boat.
Law in history to me, or the funniest way to avoid laws. You just had to be on a river for some reason.
Yes. So they put on a river, it would leave and come right back like every little bit, just so it's technically a boat. and so legally they could have a casino on it. Now, recently the Illinois laws have changed, and they don't really care. You can buy it to just do it wherever. But so we go to this casino, and we start off with slots, and slots is going poorly for you.
It was going pretty poorly.
Yeah.
Good for you though, Jay.
$60. Randomly, I never play slots. I play like, fourth or fifth roll, I get like $50 or $60.
No, it was more than that. It was like a hundo. I think you cleaned up with a hundo.
Well, it was a good amount. It was a good.
The numbers were going up. It just kept going up.
It was. I was doing a little dance.
My hands were going up.
I was doing the rowing dance.
Yeah, we were just pumping. All the old people behind us are just pissed.
Yes, yeah, because they're on the slots all day. So then we go to this. Then everything is expensive. All the minimums were kind of expensive there. We're like, not feeling the vibe.
Yeah,
Steed already lost some money, so we're like, we don't want to, go too crazy here. So then we go to like these virtual one, and usually I never play a virtual game unless you can actually see, like sometimes do virtual roulette if you can see the ball spinning around.
Yeah,
like an actual ball.
Yeah,
or like but blackjack I don't typically do virtual, but this one was weird. It was a virtual blackjack where you had your own little screen in front of you, and it had a big person on the screen up top that was some virtual floozy, and you always got dealt the exact same cards as
that was weird.
Everybody that was playing. So like the dealer had one set of cards, and everybody else playing had the same set of cards.
Yeah.
So
it was odd.
Yeah. So basically, if you got dealt a 13, Steed got dealt a 13. So like that's how it worked. So me and Steed, we go up some amount on that.
Yeah. I think we
maybe like
I
$40 or maybe I think you got back to I was up maybe like $50 or something like that. And you like basically got back to where you were before. And then we play the virtual roulette after that.
Oh yeah, we did.
And this is where the Steed Day luck came into full effect. And you were going a little crazy. I was just like tossing them all over, and I maybe made like another $20 on the day. But you were doing the $100 bets on like red and black.
Oh yeah, I was going all in. A couple were all in, and I don't think I lost a single one.
No, you did not. Of the $100 ones you did, you won 4 times.
I wanted to go more too.
Steve wanted to go more. I said, hey, let's end on the fact that you like were down 60 and you ended up like plus 400.
Yeah, but like I could have been plus in one roll 800. Then I could have been plus 1600.
Exactly. So
I want to go back.
I know, but that's how they get you, right? It's like your first. It's like they know it's your first time going there.
I've been thinking about going back ever since I left.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to go back alone and just sit there with those old smoking guys who are like, everybody left me. I got to keep going though. And I'm like, you're going to hit it this time, Bobby Lee.
My problem is that like, when it stops becoming fun, when it stops becoming a group activity, that's when you know you have a problem to me.
What?
Not you. I'm just saying in the future.
Well, it's like drinking. I like. Yes. I'm drinking a beer right now. Is that? It's not a group activity.
No, when it's like 1 or 2, right? If it were like a 6-pack a night, that's not great.
I've cut back.
I'm just saying. There's within reason, right? Yeah, if you go and throw some money at a casino for a little bit, that's fine. Or
just like a little bit. Just a little bit.
But the point is, Steed Day worked out pretty good. You got the free thing at the shooting range, and then
made $400.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah, but now it's actually worse for me because I feel like I'm some sort of casino god, and I'm like, the casino can't win because the last 3 times I've been to casinos, I've just cleaned them out. I go in and just win money, and I'm like, how do these things stay in business? All you do is just win money.
It's too easy. It's too easy. That's the problem with it.
I do not get it. Maybe, and then I'm thinking like, maybe I'm just really good at guessing red and black. Like I have a 6th sense. That's my superpower. Yeah. Some people are good at like math. Some people are good at like engineering. I am good at guessing red or black on roulette.
It's a good skill to have. If you're putting $100 on every time. Yeah, you did try to do $200 and we were yelling at you to back it down at a certain point. I feel like because it's virtual and stuff, I just never trust it because it just it feels like, as soon as it sees you put in a bunch, then that's what
that played into it because I was like waiting for it to spin and then I'm like, I know they're gonna think there was one, it was like it had been red like 6 times in a row. So they're like, everybody's gonna bet black, not me, not this guy.
Put it
again. Back on red.
Oh my god!
Went red again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there we go. Successful Steed Day.
It was very fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little shorter show today because normally record on a Tuesday and this comes out Thursday. But yesterday my flight got canceled and it got to basically rescheduled like a couple hours later, so I didn't get home till late last night. So that's why this is a shorter episode, just for reference.
So suck it.
Did you have something else you want to get to?
No.
Or was that the main thing? Okay, well then I'll tell a real quick story. So I was in Winter Park this past weekend snowboarding with my family, and my cousin Trent Vern, who's been on the show, he told a ridiculous Las Vegas story like a year or 2 ago on the podcast. Yeah.
Trent's a chill guy.
Trent is a wild animal, and so we had too many people for one car. So he lives in Denver. He drove with us to Winter Park. He drove some people, but obviously separate cars. So it's pretty snowy. It snowed the entire time we were there. Yep. I think it was like, 24 inches in like the 3 or 4 days we were there.
Jeez.
And which was very nice for snowboarding. But
how do the snowplows work? Do they constantly go? Or do you just drive on snow?
They do they mostly drive on snow. They do a pretty half-assed job of snow plowing. They put sand down too, so it doesn't fully melt. I would say you have to have a car that has like snow tires and like 4-wheel drive, otherwise you're kind of in trouble.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah. So we're driving and we're going down the highway, and this is actually it might have been off the highway, it doesn't matter. It was snowy road. Everybody's going like about the speed limit, if not a little lower, because of the snowy conditions.
It's snow. Yeah.
And all of a sudden this Jeep Grand Cherokee, we just see driving in the oncoming lane, passing like 15 cars.
Oh yeah.
And we look over and like, oh, that looks like Trent's car.
Oh God.
Sure thing. That's my cousin Trent's car, and he just passes all of the whole line of cars just in the oncoming lane while it's super snowy, just driving past.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? He does that, and then he also got his favorite thing was while we were snowboarding too. You have the chair lifts, and then sometimes you put the little bar down.
Yeah.
The kind of safety bar, and he would just lean as far as he could over the safety bar, kind of like
begging
yes.
to fall off.
Yes, and just good time. Just good to have a wild card in the group.
You gotta put him in
just
therapy.
To keep you on your toes. God, he's actually now fighting. So he's a paramedic, but he's also fighting fires. He's talked about that on the show too, fighting fires out west.
Does he know it's like winter?
Yeah, it's super dry in the winter. But he goes out to like Arizona, New Mexico. I think he's going out to New Mexico in like a month to fight some fires. He's on the Hot Shot crew, which I think is the like the top firefighting wildfire crew.
Probably because he doesn't care if he lives or dies.
Yeah,
according
to him. Now he might argue that he's fine or whatever, and we always think he's going to outlive everybody. He does the craziest stuff, and he's just
it makes you like ready for any situation.
It's a very good point.
Yes, Anvil starts coming down from a building. He's ready. It's like I've been there, done that, and just dodges. The normal person might freeze up.
Exactly.
Not Trent.
So last thing, then we'll go to next week. But Southwest, I talked about the big canceled flight thing and all that kind of stuff they had. Now, did I also have another canceled flight from Southwest yesterday? Sure.
Yeah.
But they rescheduled it like 2 or 3 hours later, so not the end of the world. But I've noticed they're not charging for alcohol right now on the flights.
What?
I think just to make up for like until the dust settles.
They're like, hey, we suck.
Yeah. Take the free alcohol. They're not charging right now. And so what they did for Chubstep Amy, who had all those flights canceled and she had to book it on other things, what they ended up doing is paying for her flights that were on other airlines. So she took 2 Delta flights. They gave her the money for those Delta airlines she did.
Okay.
Plus refunded the tickets that, she didn't have to pay for the tickets that got canceled, obviously.
Okay.
And then they gave her 25,000 points.
I thought you were going to say dollars.
No. It's the equivalent.
Like, oh,
no, it's the equivalent of $250.
Okay, so she got free tickets and $250.
Yeah. So they are trying to make things right.
You know what? I would ask for more. Just see how much you can get. Because if it's just. It's snow though. It's not like they overbooked or whatever.
Well, it was a little bit of both.
But then you got
a little bit of their system, but anyway, that was the thing.
At least they did. At least they did something.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of places out there that like there was that one airline that like shut down people like in Europe, and just the whole airline went out of business.
Sorry,
people were in line, and then it just literally just didn't exist anymore. They're like,
you're on the phone checking bags, and then you're just like, I imagine them being robots and like looking down and just like turning and leaving.
The carousels just stopped.
Yeah. Everyone's like, what the hell is that?
Exactly. So they did much better than that. So I'm still standing behind them. But we'll wrap up the show there. Chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Yeah, or maybe if you're listening to this and you recently changed your rating, change it back.
Exactly. The show has ended. Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.